What to take at face value to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, my big smiley face t-shirt on today. Our idiom today, our expression for supersize your business is to take something at face value, to take at face value. This is an idiom that's well documented. It's was been around since the 1850s, and it was well documented then and continues to be. Basically, it means that we look at something and what we see is what we get. We believe what we see. Uh, when we look at somebody, or this actually comes from the financial sector with respect to like money, life insurance, bonds, uh, stock, stock certificates and things. What the face value is or the actual value aren't necessarily the same things. But we take and we believe that if something says it's $100 bill, it's $100 bill. If it says it's 100 shares of stock, that's the face value. That's the number written on the stock certificate. Then we assume that it is. And we always want to be careful when we assume, because we know it makes an ass out of you and me. So we want to be careful. But it comes from the financial sector where the face value was printed on the document, on a document, or on a piece of paper, or in a contract or something, and the face value is what the thing is agreed upon as being worth with everyone that handles that particular document. Each and every one of us, when we're passing around money, in currency, we assume that the dollar, the $5, the 10, the 20, the 50, the 100, etc., is worth, and we'll exchange that amount of value, the $100 bill. We don't give someone a $100 bill and expect $500 worth of value, right? We think of it and we take it at face value. And everybody agrees that a $100 bill is a $100 bill, a $5 bill is a $5 bill, and that is why our money system works, is because we all understand the value is the amount written on that particular bill. So how does this apply to our business? What does it have to do with our business? And I give a lot of warnings to the people that I interact with and work with in terms of people will show us exactly who they are if we pay attention. Now, the trick is we have to be responsible and pay attention. We have to look and listen and pay attention to the signs that people show us with respect to their communication, their behavior, their actions, etc. Because people aren't really that good at hiding who they really are. They think they are. Our egos let us think that we're good at hiding it, but we really aren't. So how do we use this in our business? How do we take things at face value? We trust and believe in people, yet we have to balance that with, doing some homework, doing some research, looking into something that could be not as it appears on the surface. Have you ever had anybody lie to you? Have you ever had anyone misrepresent their experience in their past? I did a lot of hiring in corporate America, and what you see on the resume isn't necessarily what you get in the interview, and that isn't necessarily what you get when you actually excuse me, do your due diligence and look into the person, call their references, etc. And this applies to people we hire, people we partner with, people that we decide to join forces with in any endeavor. If you're going to be on someone's podcast, you just willy-nilly say, yes, I'm going to be on your podcast, and not, number one, know anything about them, listen to their podcast, understand their background to make sure it's consistent and in alignment with your values and audience and the people that you want to reach. We've been asked to be on podcasts, and I'm like, no, it's not a fit. Number one, I'm not a fit for your audience. Excuse me. And so we need to be cognizant of that in everything that we do, right? And most people aren't, and that's why it's so important that we are, especially as business leaders and entrepreneurs and trying to make the world a better place. We need to make sure that when people interact with us, what they see is what they get. They can trust and believe in us. And when they trust and believe in us, they'll trust and believe in the business that we're building. Love to know your experience with this particular idiom or expression, to take at face value. I'll tell you what, when I was younger, I took a lot at face value and made a lot of mistakes because I believed what I saw on the surface was what was really there. And a lot of times they're not the same thing. Think of social media. Social media is a huge example of what you see usually isn't what you get. And so just keep that in mind. All right, have an awesome day. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you use it in your business today? Have a great day.